Hello, my friends. Nope, I got to come up with a better one than that. It's been a few days. Hello, my most perfectly glazed, professionally plated, sweet potatoes and brown sugar that I have ever seen in my entire life. How are you tonight? I am fantastic. No, we're not going to be using a hammer. So, I promised you a part 2 to the last video, so I'm going to do that now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to link it right up above. In that video, you will see not only how I mixed these paints, but a lot of other information. So today I already have my paints mixed up, and we are going to just jump right in. I was rushed off camera last time, so I'm going to make some pretty blooms, stretch them out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to resin your painting when it dries, and then I'm also going to show you how to remove the drips from the back when the resin's cured. So we got a lot to cover. Let's jump right in. Here I have a 6x6 artist panel, cradled. So that cradled means it has sides, and these you can get at Blick. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them online at Amazon. It's wood, and it's already primed with gesso on the top here. Sides, I have them covered with tape in the back here too. And that is because they are natural wood sides, and I like to have that beautiful piece of art on the top with the pretty natural wood sides and resin over top. Oh, it's just beautiful. So I'm going to put down a puddle of white paint. Again, please go check the video before or the video before that. I will link both of them. Right in the center of the canvas. I'm then going to start taking my colors. Now, I do want to show you some of these colors. Now, I have some regular matte colors, meaning out of the tube, just no shimmer in them. And then I have 3 primary elements. I have Dragonfire, True Silver, and my favorite color of all time, Jasmine. So let me just show you those quick so you can see how beautiful they are. Now, primary elements, I have a coupon code for those. And they're just a dry paint system that you can use either for the bloom technique, or you can use them in your regular acrylic pouring. You would buy, that's Jasmine. Look at that color. Clutch your pearls. Clutch your pearls. Beautiful. That's what that is. This is the True Silver, which is your nice shimmery silver color. And then this one is a new one in the new starter kit called Dragonfire. And it's really, really pretty. It's like a deep blue purple color. All right. So that's those. And then I have teal, hot pink, and a dark purple. All by Artist Loft. So the primary elements, as I was saying, you can use them in this bloom technique with your recipe that you come up with, or you can use them in your regular acrylic pour by mixing them with a product called Polypore that's also sold by the same company, Color Art. So we have our little puddle of white house paint here. I got a lot of questions about the house paint, and it's what I use as a semi-gloss house paint, just the regular white paint that you would paint your walls with. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that all house paints have latex in them, but you know what? Don't quote me on that. And of course, they don't put it right on the front cover. Right on the front here for me to tell you. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're a latex paint. Don't quote me though. I don't know much about house paints. All I know is this is a semi-gloss white wall paint. And then what I'm going to do is just start putting little drops of color here. So I have the jasmine mixed up twice. I put a little tiny bit of white in here to lighten it up, okay? So I'm going to put in the darker one. Nope, I'm going to put the lighter one first. Just a little dot in the center. You don't need much. Then I'm going to put the darker jasmine in. But you may not be able to see it, but... And try not to drip like that, because when you drip, a lot of times that'll end up in your painting. It's hard to stretch it off. So try to be careful. Next, I'm going to do the teal, or I should say turquoise. So now I want to bring attention to a couple of channels that are also going, well, one is doing this and one will be doing it. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because for the bloom technique, the products are different in whatever country you go to. If you're in Ireland, or if you just want to see some really fantastic blooms, go over to Erica Hughes' art. I'm going to link it below. What a doll that girl is. In Canada, we're going to have Canella Sirocco doing one the beginning, well, probably closer to middle of this week. So make sure you head over to see her. I'm sure she's going to come up with something amazing. And I'm going to tell you, it's really a fun thing to try to learn to do. All right, so now I have this silver that I forgot to put in. I wanted to put it in under that, so I'm just going to put it right here. Of course, this technique is credited to Shelly Art, and I'm going to link all of her information below regarding her course, because that's where I learned this, and her YouTube channel. And you may feel like I'm rushing here, but it's just because I want to show you guys all the steps and not just this one part of it. Okay, so we're going to do this. This time we're trying without Floetrol for the cell activator. Now, this I got from Erica Hughes. She's doing this technique without any Floetrol. And I know for some people in some countries it's hard to get. So if I can get this to work, which I don't know, then that will save a lot of headaches for people. But see, it's really sinking there. So I probably have too much water in there. Let's see. I'm going to torch it quick. You guys, even if you are not in Ireland or Canada, make sure you watch these women because they really know what they're doing. And I'm going to blow it. Oh, wow. And I got cells. Woohoo! Okay, Erica, you are a genius. Absolute genius. Yep. The only thing is the silver, I put it in the wrong area. So now it's kind of like, it's covering over the cells kind of and diminishing their impact. So next one I'm not going to add the silver in there because it's right on the top. But man, that is pretty. So it does work with just water. and the white Amsterdam paint, as you can see. But as I said, this one here is, there's too much silver on the surface, so it's reflecting too much. I'm just going to stretch that off of there. I'm going to see what it looks like first before I scrape it. When it comes to tilting, you should go really, really slow. It's just, I already know there's a huge chance that I'm not keeping this one. So just kind of playing around here for a minute. Oh, that was pretty crazy that worked. All right. So there's that, but we're going to be scraping that because I don't like it. Too much silver. As a matter of fact, let me leave the silver out on this color combo. You know, these wood panels are very expensive, so if I don't like something, I'm going to be scraping it. And I don't have to worry about the sides because they're taped, so that's good. And let's start over again now. So we put our white house paint. Let us puddle up the colors again. Whoa, too much, Tammy, too much. So teal. The Dragonfire. And the purple. I believe it's dioxazine purple. And that's a really big puddle. It really shouldn't be that big. All right, so here we go. Let's try this again. So let's try this with the one with Floetrol in it. So we know the other one worked. Okay. But don't worry, I'm going to do that one again. I'm doing 3. One with a black cell activator. Much better. Much, much, much better. Kind of blow down and out at the same time, lightly, and you'll be good. Well, that is just gorge. Very beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stretching. We'll go this way first. I guess it really doesn't matter which way you go. Just kind of keep an eye on things and see what's going where. And sometimes I also like to do this. I like to take the white paint and kind of get those corners just to kind of help it a little bit. Because once the paint from the center hits that dry canvas, it kind of pulls hard and things start rolling over on each other, and it's just easier overall to have paint there. I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to come down this way. As I said, though, when you tilt, go a lot slower. Take your time. For the sake of filming, I'm not doing that. Okay, and then one more corner. And then try to get your paint back to the center, like the weight of it. And that's that one. Okay, so I'm going to take these gloves off and move this over to the corner and just kind of let it sit there. All right, so now number 2. We're going to do the same thing, except this time I want to try black. Now the black that I'm using is Golden Brand Heavy Body mixed with water only. So I don't know if this is going to work or what, but we shall see. I'm going to do the paints in the same order. Just like so. You know, I have this love-hate relationship with silver. I don't know what it is, but I do. Like, it's such a beautiful color, but it always gives me a hard time. So, I'm just skipping it for now. I'll leave that for resin work. All right, so that's that. Now here comes the black. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. The black makes things more pronounced. Much more pronounced. So, hey, the black is working too. And let me show you that paint brand that I'm talking about. Mixed with only water. I'm actually surprised. You know, a lot of us were going nuts over Floetrol, and I guess there really was no need for it. Erica Hughes, you are a genius. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of paint around the edges again. Just kind of pull it out. Same thing over here. Okay. I just want to leave it just like that. But the problem is that it's way too much paint and it would just crack. So you got to get some of it off, unfortunately. I tend to do really big puddles of color, though, and that is most likely a downfall with this. You should probably be sticking to smaller size puddles. Go this way. Wow, this one is really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. It really is. It makes me want to do more black because that is really, really pretty. Let me just give you a close-up. And when you resin these primary element colors, my God, like you guys can't see this in the camera, but they just light up. They are really magical. All right, so this one we need to move now out of the way. And we have one left. One left. We'll do another one with the waterless or no Floetrol. You know what? I wonder what happens if we put the white and black together. Why don't we try that? Just for the fun of it. All right. Whoopsie. I keep saying that, but I keep doing it. Smaller puddles, Tam. More smaller puddles. Use your stick. Stop being lazy. You know what it is? I just don't like messing with the stick. I want to just like dump it on there and go. Okay. So No Floetrol, just paint and water. Whoops. You can see it's sinking there, but again, it is working. So, really not caring too much. Beautiful. Wow. Look at that. Absolutely a gorgeous. All right, let me put some white on here. Come on. Okay. The white kind of dulled out the colors, putting the white under the black like that, because now you have a lot of gray, but we were testing, so it's okay. Yeah. Definitely don't like that white under the black. It just lightens it up too much for my taste. There's a ton of cells. It's just, I don't like the overall look of it. All right, so now I'm going to switch you over to the resin table. And I'm going to show you how to resin one of these suckers. All right, so for today, I am using KS resin. KS resin is a 1-to-1 resin, meaning however much of this you put into a cup, you put the same amount of resin in. This is the hardener. Zero VOC, low odor, doming capabilities, added UV inhibitors, dried to the touch in 12 hours, full cure in only 3 days, 45 plus minute working time. Now, this stuff I love. And the other reason why I love this stuff is because they offer free shipping, and that is invaluable in the resin world. So I do have a coupon code down there if you want to try it out. So here is a painting I did using the same technique, and it's very pretty, but once this resin hits this painting, it's going to turn into just something magical. Now you want to tape your back off, and I have little push pins to hold it up nice and level. And I also have another one over here. I'm not going to do both on screen, but there's another one I did. And if you're interested in seeing those, I have a video. I will link it at the end of this. So I've got my resin mixed up. If you want to know more about working with resin and stuff, go back into my timeline and you'll see a bunch of videos. To be honest, I do probably more resin videos than acrylic. It might be close. It might be close. All right, so I have this all ready to go. There's making sure there's nothing on the front of it. Okay, and then you're just going to pour some resin right there in the center. and you're going to tilt it around and cover the entire thing, including the sides. Now, once you get this coated, you're going to have to pop air bubbles with a torch, and you're going to have to cover it. And what I do is I have a big piece of hard plastic that I prop up on 4 cups and kind of just let it hang over. So while I'm tilting it, I'm going to get a toothpick, and if I see anything floating in there, I'm going to grab it out. Which I do see something right here. Could have just been something in my cup. That's what's great about these Loli Veffy mats. I mean, as you can see, there's some dry resin here. It peels right off. Easy to clean. Same with the acrylic paint, which I also have a link for these down below. Go check those out. They're really, really nice. She has a new mega size mat. This is the jumbo, and I have 2 of them on my table, and they are covering an almost 8-foot table. So they're really nice to have when it comes to art like this, especially resin. Next morning, it's all cured, and you can peel it right up and start over. As you can see, I'm lazy with mine. I need to clean it. Thanks to Miss Nancy Watson. Nancy, thank you. She sent me a little sticky brush, a reusable sticky brush that does that for you. So after you've spread it all over the top, take your hand, your gloved hand, and rub down your sides. And that's it, basically, people. There's nothing to be scared of when it comes to resin. I hope I just wasn't off screen that whole time. That's it. Just coat those sides nice, and you're done. Another thing that you can do to get really, really nice thick sides is let this sit for a few minutes. Let it start firming up a little bit, and then tilt just like I did there. And rub the sides down, and you'll get a nice, like, rounded edge almost. All right, so we've rubbed her down. Actually, I'm just going to pour this out onto this other one so it doesn't sit in the cup. With resin, you do not want to leave large amounts of resin sitting in a cup because it will activate it quicker. Right, so you can get one of these little handheld torches at Home Depot or Lowe's, or I have it in my Amazon shop if you're interested in one of those. They're very easy to use. Make sure you get a refill can of propane. They're sold right next to where these are. They're nothing to be scared of. Just always use caution. Always have a fire extinguisher when you have some type of flame that you're using. You want to go around and pop those bubbles. Just like so. You're going to let it sit for like 5 minutes, and then you're going to come back and repeat with the torching. And what you're also going to do is you're going to look at your canvas from this angle, looking over the top, to see if there's a hair or any other debris in there. Okay? And it'll stick right out for you. You'll see it. You'll see that ugly hair shimmering in your resin. You don't want that in there. Okay? So now I've shown you how to coat one. And now I'm going to show you how to get rid of those drips. So now you saw that I taped my piece on the back. So here's a piece that I did. See how when you take your time, how much more prettier things come out? There's the back. So all you're going to do is take your heat gun and heat this up okay, on the back. I'm going to get gloves on first, though, because when you have a fresh resin piece like that, you don't want to be touching it and putting fingerprints all of it if it's only a couple of days old like this one is. And B, I have paint all over my hands. So I have my little heat gun here. Also, I put all these things in my Amazon shop, so in case if you want it. Just heat this up a little bit. You could also use one of these to pop your bubbles, but I like the torch because it goes directly down in there. So heat that up good. And then peel. See? They peel right off. And then what you can do is paint your back. Paint it up pretty. Sign your piece of art. And you're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to put this away. I'm going to say my goodbyes so I don't run out of time. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you want to see how I mixed the paints for this tutorial, I said in the beginning that I would link it, which as you have seen, I did. So either go back or I will also link them in the description. Check out Erica Hughes Art. In a couple of days, Canella will have hers out, and I know most of you know her. And if you want more information on the Sheely technique, you can go to www.sheelyart.com, and I will also link that in the bottom. I hope you guys are all having an amazing weekend, and happy pouring!